it's Ronnie, and welcome to Khristina Day. It's the 9th of the month, so it's a day we celebrate Khristina. And I have forgotten a couple of months, but Christy Harriman put on there that it was Monday, so I thought, great, I'll remember I will do this layout because I did do it at the Palooza. That's why it looks kind of funny, because I had to cut the first part out. I had my iPad laying right there, right there in the center. In fact, that bag of stuff was laying on top of it. Yeah. There was no video going yet because apparently I jumped the gun. She said this one would be the next one. And I knew it called for wood grain paper for the background. Well, she suggested it said it'd be really great for it. But then it called for 9 3x3 pieces of white cardstock and pictures at 2.5 inch each. Well, mine are a little different sizes because I wanted to show like the table and the cake or them dancing or whatever. So I'm showing more than 2.5 inches on some of them. But like I said, I jumped the gun a little bit. If I hadn't went ahead and got started on it thinking, oh, well, I think I could do this part and then add whatever. No. I went ahead and I think maybe got a couple of little sections, little mini layouts done before I found out we were stitching on the layout. Yeah. And think how good it would have looked with the stitches. I had so much stuff hanging over though, it would have, if I had stitched and tried to go around it, it would have looked pretty wonky. And I would have had to start and stop a lot otherwise. And I thought, do I or do I not stitch on it? I finally decided not to stitch on it, but keep it in mind for like the next time I do a grid layout because it sure is a good idea. And it looked awesome on the ones that did have the stitching on theirs. It called for a doily, a small doily. So I put this yellow one in my kit. Well, I'm calling them mini kits, page kits. That's what they should be called, page kit. There are some of my page setup things that have more paper than I could possibly use on a page kit, but this one actually was a whole lot closer. But I do have the whole 6x6 paper pad there. And I picked my doily to match my alpha up there. I'm not going to use my alpha. So I get to thinking about that and think, oh, that's just not going to work. What was I thinking when I put it in there? So when I got to thinking about a viewfinder, my viewfinder, yeah, I thought if I use it instead, then I can take the doily off because I'm not going to be using those gorgeous alphas from Thickers. Well, American Crafts from American Crafts. Yeah, I wasn't going to use them after all. And just so y'all know, my jumping the gun did not really get me ahead at all. Even me doing that, Khristina was still way ahead of me before the end of it. But yeah, and she looks like she's going slow. I just don't quite understand that. Either that, well, I mentioned before I am slow, so maybe we ought to say super slow now. But my layout is pretty dimensional. I am going to cut out, I think, pretty much all the foam tape adding, so this video wouldn't be an hour, 2 hours long, even sped up. Because, they're small pieces and you got to cut the tape small and make them fit so they don't kind of fall down on the job once they're in the album. And, oh, I love that soda bottle with the straw. So cute. So I knew it was going to make it onto the page. Somehow, some way, it was going to end up on the page. And, of course, it's got foam tape, too. But I am going to use a couple of my punches. And I'm going to make a couple of banners. And I'm thinking, well, I'm going to look right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 different sheets out of the little 6x6 pad to add a variety of colors on here. Well, they're all the same color, so I guess variety of patterns on here. And I'm matting them with something else each time. I'm not just putting them as a layer by themselves. Either I've got, well, I think every single thing's got 3 layers at least of some sort behind the picture, but some have more. Now that one up there at the top with the sunglasses, it's going to end up down at the bottom of the page before the layout's over, because with the black it looked kind of heavy. So I went ahead and moved it down. And I think physically it's heavy too, because that little embellishment especially is heavier than some. Now, if you check out the girls in the picture, they have those grass skirts on, coconut split in half for their top, microphones that I got them so they could sing and dance along with the music. And they do sing and dance along with the music. In fact, instead of looking like a hula dance, it looks like Reagan's doing Saturday Night Fever dance instead. But yeah, all these little things came from the Dollar Tree, including a big old sign that the party's here or something like that, and the tablecloth, all that stuff. It's amazing what you can get at Dollar Tree. But Reagan said that she wanted a luau for her birthday, so I gave her a luau, and didn't hardly spend much at all. But yeah, everything's going to be layered on here, and in fact, behind the picture wheel, the viewfinder thing, it's going to have a couple layers there that, well, in fact, the pattern paper says happy birthday over and over again. Although I'm going to have the title up above there that says happy birthday, I thought it'd be cute to go ahead and work in the happy birthday. And then I put snappy birthday on there too. So yeah, because there was cute little things in there, and I wanted to use them all. I wanted to use that birthday wishes too, but I couldn't find a place for it. I did find a place for the dance, the one that says that. And I couldn't find one of my photos, but I did find it like a couple days later. So I used a frame that had been sitting on my desk forever, well, months anyway, and it did not go. So I covered it with some of the paper from the happy birthday 6x6 paper pad, and it's got candles and it says happy birthday on it. So that worked out pretty good. And at the end, I will show my layout with the very first picture without that one photo I misplaced that fell on the floor and disappeared. Without it, and then I'll have the one with it, and the rest of the pictures will be as usual with it, though. It's not in the finished layout, but it is in the finished photos. If I had had Hawaiian papers and, and embellishments, I might have used that with this layout. But I got to looking at this happy birthday, because I do have a couple happy birthday things. I thought these colors went really well with what they had on, including the grass skirt and all that stuff. And still portrayed a happy birthday. And like I said, worked with my photos. Gosh, I have really been enjoying looking back into the group and checking out the layouts everybody's been posting. Some of them's posted them afterwards, because she does record the video and you could play it over and over again as you finish your layout. However, I liked it like a game and trying to get it done that day. I was a little behind right when she ended, but I managed to get them done, except for, like this one, I had to do the picture later. And then there's one I got to put pictures on still. But I want to thank whoever gifted me this class, because I've had loads of fun. It's just really brightened my Saturdays that I've done it. And for those of you that wasn't lucky enough to attend the Palooza, I've got good news. Every day, well, it's been every day for a month now, Khristina has done a live video of a layout. Well, first it was the 30 Days of Sketches, and now it is honoring another scrapper. She's scrap lifting somebody else. But it's every day, and if you hit the notification thing, Facebook will, when she goes wild, goes live. Not wild, live. I was thinking about the one that she did today, and I think the title was Wild and Free. So yeah, it's live, not wild. But there went the one without the picture frame down on the bottom left, but you've seen it on this one, and here's a close-up. And I covered that little frame with that paper with the candles. And this one, of course, I have a couple of die cuts on it. And I do have one on foam tape. And there's the glasses, and see how much better they looked down at the bottom than they did at the top, especially with that big birthday cake. And here's the balloon with the dog. And I was tempted to add string to it, but I never did do it. And I love that soda bottle with the straw. I think it's just so cute. So, of course, it was going on there. And there's my viewfinder. And that thing in the center was either a pom-pom or some sort of firework that's a little bit different, but colorful and matched everything else. And there's a bow I got from Freckled Fawn a long time ago and used on my page finally. Well, I got more too. I've got more. And there's my title, which is Happy Birthday. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And if you look down there below, I'll have a link to the Facebook group for Redefine Creative plus the website. So you can check both out and check out Khristina's daily videos that she's been doing. But if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, of course, I'd love for you to subscribe. I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.